So I'm out here with my boy Alonso and my brother Leo, and I'm about to get this Husky tool set that I was telling you guys about. It's a really big investment, but I know I'm gonna be using it on the daily, so I'm glad that I'm copying that. I'm also getting a cup right there because I'm gonna be painting the car like I mentioned to you guys. And then the cool thing about this cup is that it has like all the measuring ratio. That should be pretty lit.
It should. You also got the
paint remover. The project's coming along pretty well, so today was a pretty successful day. We got the toolkit and then the paint remover, and then also my brother's gonna be like doing this project of his own, so he got his stuff as well. I'm pretty excited. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna be installing the radio with these tools, and then after I finish installing it, I'll be making the review on that tool set. Hopefully everything goes well, and wish me luck, guys. This video is gonna be about the stereo installation and the toolkit that I got. So before I get started with that, I'm gonna go over here and show you guys what my brother Leo and our friend Alonso is up to. So let's see, this is my brother's thing. What color is the paint, Leo?
Opal Frost.
So this Opal Frost looks like gray, but when you look at it from the side, it looks like icy. All right, carrying on. Here is Alonso and his Subi. Look at him take it apart. Hopefully he can put it back together. Alonso, do you know what you're doing?
Sorta. I
Okay,
watched like a YouTube video.
Damn, look at his tool set. Let me tell you guys a little bit about his car. So we were supposed to go look at it together, but Alonso he didn't hit me up, and he went with some of his other friends while I was at work busting my butt, and he didn't even tell me that he got a new car. And then he's like, he just posts up. But this car is really nice. And which model is it?
The 2004 WRX.
Yeah, so it's a Subaru WRX 2004. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a full review of Alonso's car right now, starting with the paint. The paint has some sort of pearl in it that gives it a really nice touch when you look at it closely. When you look at it from far away, it looks black pretty much. It does have the factory wheels and a couple dents around the car, mostly from people slamming their doors open. Besides that, the car is in immaculate condition. The paint is 10 out of 10. Okay, so now we're gonna go look inside the car. Okay, there's several things that I liked about the interior. So starting with the pedals, in the bottom it actually has a metal aluminum plate. That's the footrest. I really like the way that looks. I think it looks pretty aggressive. The other pedals seem to be stock, maybe, I'm not sure. It also has WRX mats. I think it only needs like a slight clean, and then the car should look really nice. Something that I didn't like about this car was that shift knob. I think he should change it. Looking around the car, the seats look really nice. The entire interior looks really good. The only thing that makes the car look a little bit bad is the tint. Right there is his turbo timer. As you guys can see, the car does look really decent and everything looks really nice and OEM. Something that surprised me was this Momo steering wheel. I didn't know that thing came stock with it, but I guess it's an option, or I'm not really sure if all the WRXs come with that, but I thought that was really interesting. Let me show you guys the window tint and what it looks like. So that's the only thing that I think he should get redone. Right there, as you guys can see, it's peeling a little bit, and also that only happened in the passenger sides, I guess, the both rear ones. But besides that, the car is in really good condition. And right now,
reapply the tint and change the shift knob, because if you leave that in the sun, like you try touching it and like burns your skin.
Yeah, so you heard that from the boy Alonso. Everything else is in really good condition. Right now, he's just gonna check the spark plugs, I believe. How long have you had this car for?
Like a week and a half.
He has had it for a week and a half. So the first thing that you want to do when you get a car and you haven't had it for that long is do the tune-up, especially if you're buying a used car. Something I forgot to mention is that it actually has several Mishimoto components such as the radiator hose and the full aluminum Mishimoto radiator. Alright, now I'm gonna see what my brother Leo is doing to his car. Okay, Leo, so what are you gonna be doing to your car today, Leo?
Just changing the oil, putting a K&N filter, cleaning the engine bay, and that's pretty much it.
Wait, hold up. Yeah, he learned that from me, and I'm just kidding. Okay,
show him the lip.
And my brother has done several things to his car. He installed the lip, as you guys can see. I think it looks pretty sick.
Then the lights. And
that my brother has done to this car. So he replaced the head gasket and also like a bunch of seals. The catalytic converters were a little bit messed up, but he managed to fix all that, and now it's running super good again, huh?
Yep. Now it's just dusty. I don't take care of it much.
Yeah.
I'm saving up for a Challenger 2015 or newer. If you want to donate me to fundme.com.
Start a GoFundMe for my brother and his Challenger. And then here's my brother with the munchies. And will that go thunder or what?
I have the socket. I don't know if it'll reach. Let me see if I can.
Oh, damn, that's a pretty nice tool set.
I bought it with your brother.
How much was it?
Forgot, 120, I think.
Damn, that has everything that you need. I should have gotten something like this.
That's alright. I don't know if I have the lifetime warranty like you do.
But I mean, you have the case and everything's organized perfectly.
Yeah.
I still don't know where I'm gonna put all the pieces from mine.
How many more miles do you think this will last?
Let's see. So Alonso pulled out the spark plugs right here. Look, I think they still look okay, but if he wants, he should replace them, I say.
What do you think?
You're replacing more power.
Well, I need new injectors
Why do you need new injectors?
for like bigger spark plugs.
But then you
Or
have
like
to
better
tune
ones,
it.
I mean.
You have to tune the computer and everything.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure like any spark plug will. I don't think it'll
Just get
increase
the spark
horsepower.
plug, dude.
I don't know what these guys are talking about, but if they say replace them, then
I guess I'll
think they
just
should
replace
replace
them
them.
just to know when
Look,
to change
for
the
the
light.
Yeah.
the Mustang are bought new injectors, remember, Rokin? And then they would inject more fuel.
Yeah,
And that fucked it up.
I don't.
You're
yeah.
gonna have misfires if you don't buy, you tune it,
Right.
and you're gonna waste more gas.
Damn. I guess I'll just buy the new like
Get
spark
that.
plugs just
But
change them.
what do they recommend for this car? Iridium, copper, or the nickel ones?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look that up right.
But install the filter.
He got that K&N filter for
Yeah.
the Mustang.
And I have a fuel filter K&N. You want me to record you for the stereo cam?
Yeah, if you can.
Let me just do this. You gonna install it right now?
Probably. I was telling Peter that he could borrow my car if he wanted to go to eat with Rafa. Because they want to go eat.
Walking?
I'll tell them that they could take the bikes if they
Oh
want.
shit, I needed to clean the filter. It got all dirty.
Okay, so the reason why he put the oil on the ring of the oil filter is so it slides in better, because some people put them in dry and then they have a really hard time taking them off. So
Oh, and I forgot one thing. Put some oil in there.
yeah, so
So it won't run dry.
yeah, you'll also want to do that because since the engine rotates like at a pretty high speed, it runs dry for a couple of seconds, and even though it's just a couple of seconds, it's still like bad, huh?
Yep. Check out my new device.
Oh yeah, and also make sure to follow him on his YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel, Leo?
I don't have one.
Your
But my
BMXing one?
Instagram, Leo_Doug.
Yeah, and I'll make sure
This thing
to.
got overflow.
So now it's overfilled, and check out his device that he made. So he bought this thing, and originally this thing was for gas, but what it does pretty much, it's like a spill-free oil thing. Yeah, and for the cool thing about these K&N oil filters is that you can actually attach a socket to the
Look,
end
this is here.
instead of using like the tool like my brother's using. But either one is good.
Yeah, well, this one was already here, so I didn't want to waste time going back there for a socket.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, time to fill it.
Okay, just give me a second and I'll be right back.
How did it look?
Watch out, it's gonna do.
You guys are gonna go dispose of the oil?
And get spark plugs.
Hey, also, can you guys also dispose of the one that I have in the trunk of my car?
Let's all go.
Yeah. New oil change. We can take my car. There, new oil change. Here we come.
How much was a tripod?
Leo gave it to me.
Christmas present or what?
He sponsored my career.
The sponsor, huh? Real for us. Shout out to the sponsor of this video.
Yeah, shout out to my brother. He already told you guys his Instagram. Make sure to give him a follow. He hooked me up with this tripod that I'm using. Yeah, it's came in pretty handy so far.
I'm gonna check my spark plugs.
So now he's gonna check his spark plugs. I'm gonna be starting the video of the install pretty soon. We just have to pull this out. Look.
Wait, it's recording. That's funny.
And then once you take this out, you just literally pull it off because it just has these little metals right here holding it in place. And then I do have a new thing for the car. I bought this stereo off of some guy. I think this will be a great addition to this car right here. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm gonna start unboxing it. The stereo is pretty much like brand new. It has the instructions and everything. In this box, it has all the cables and the control remote and all the tools that you need to install it. Well, not all the tools that you need to install it, but the harnesses and like some screws and stuff. So moving on to the thing right here, we have the stereo, and it's the Valor ITS 702W. It's an older model, but it still looks really nice. The guy didn't want it, so I just bought it off of him. I think this will look really nice inside the car like that. And the cool thing about this stereo is that it has a screen that pops up, so I'll show you guys that once it's installed because I can't pull it out when it's off. Okay, so I'm gonna go and put this in the box right here and first take that one off, and then something else that we're going to be doing is moving this tray to the top, maybe because the screen will pop up probably like this high, and then if I put it in this top one, it will block the the AC unit completely. So I want to be able to access this area, but I don't know if it'll look weird right here. Probably right here. Okay, so I'm gonna get my screwdriver, and the previous owner had already removed a bunch of screws, so there's screws missing all over the place. I just need a better screwdriver because the tip on this one is messed up. So I'll be back. This will also help us access the AC unit right here, which is something that I told you guys I was going to be doing. So replacing this unit just because this is broken. But I'm also taking it a step further, since this is broken and this is pretty much in perfect condition except for this. I'm going to be taking it apart to put some parts that I need on the new one. So this button, as you guys can see, is a little bit messed up, the AC one, and I don't like how that looks. So I'm gonna be taking this perfectly good unit except for this apart to get this AC button off and putting it in this one. So the first step, I'm gonna put this aside because we're gonna be taking out the stereo. So just take off the screws right here. So this one only has 2, and then it also has like some plastic pins that help it stay there. And then as you guys can see, it's already coming off, and it was missing both of the screws that go right here, so we'll try to find some. I think there was a couple in here, so I'll try some of those. Moving on. Okay, so here's the other one, and I'm gonna put the car on neutral and just make sure that I have my brake hand on so it doesn't go in there, so I can have a little bit more room. So this literally just pops up, and to get this out, pretty much we just unplug this right here and it should come out completely. So press right there, and then you can see there was some wires that they didn't use. I believe this is the OEM harness that comes with the car, and I'm pretty sure this is maybe, I don't know. Yeah, those are the stock ones, so they just added it to that. Right now we're gonna figure out what these are. Okay, and then this is a ground right here, so I need to unplug this real quick. But to do this, make sure that your car battery is already unplugged because you don't want to burn any fuses. So you gotta unplug that before you even start messing with this. And I'm having trouble taking that apart. And then just make sure that you don't move those screws. And then this stereo is off, so that was it. So like I said, I'm learning as I go, so we're just gonna take a really good look at this harness, and what we're probably going to do is chop this OEM thing and connect it back with a new harness. So the way that this is going to go is we're gonna take our harness so this one will connect to the new unit just like this, and I'm gonna chop this up right here, strip it a little bit, and then cut all this and connect it back on there like that, and then connect this right here, so that way I stick to the OEM harness. Okay. How do you think that would look?
Alright, I guess, but
Yeah, this would get in the way, huh?
yeah,
It's
but
too big.
actually it's pretty good because the screen would go up
Yeah, so
probably like about this high. Yeah,
what?
and you could still access your like
AC.
buttons here.
Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is taking off this metal frame or casing or whatever off and putting it into the new one. So that's my mom just getting home from work. Okay, so this is what we want, and we're gonna try it on the new stereo. It's rusted for some reason. It shouldn't be because it's in here, but we're probably gonna need to sand this and paint it because I don't want any rust in here. Okay, so now I guess we just put this aside, but we're still gonna need it, so sorry that we're out here and it's really hot, bro.
It's all good. I'm used to it.
Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna start bolting it up and see. Go take a look at his bike.
Let's go check it out.
Looks like shit.
Looks alright in the camera.
Looks like shit.
Looks sick.
Yeah. I wasted $30. 39.
The Supreme sticker? You're not happy with it?
Nope.
I think you should have used black primer.
I know.
I think it looks alright like when it's in the sun. But you should have used black primer. Yeah, I think I will have to take this off because the screws are too short. So that's it. It's gonna have to go off. And we get the battery, and we don't want to put the radio upside down, so just make sure that it's in the right direction.
If you did put it upside down, would you just leave it like that?
Huh? No.
You would.
That's why you need to pay attention. So I'm gonna be screwing this on. Okay, that's good. And I'll probably have to end up going to like the hardware store and finding the other 2 bolts, just so it can have some support back here. Look, back here. The stereo sticks out a little bit, but that's just because of the screen that it has. I'm not sure you guys how that looks right now. You know what? I think I'm gonna take off because if I put those, probably like since they're really long, it'll break something in the stereo, so never mind. So put those back, and then I guess this is how it'll look till I get the other bolts that go back here. So, oh no. Okay, so in order for us to put this little tray on, we're gonna need to take off that trim that goes on the radio. So this is what the radio would look like, and hopefully I can find like something to put down here because I don't think that's gonna fit with that. But that's what the stereo is gonna look like, and I think it fits the car a little bit
Yeah, it looks good.
better.
Imagine if it came like that at the freaking
Dealer. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna continue wiring it, and I'll show you guys the final result once it's done. So the screen should come out and then just go like that. Let me see. Okay, so the stereo looks like it's chrome, but it's actually black, and it's plastic. It looks like it, but it looks really nice.
Have you shown them the remote control?
Nope. And then these are all the parts that come with it. So it comes with like a remote and some other stuff that I'll need to install the radio. And then this is like the cable that connects to the iPod, but the really old iPod with like I believe it was like a 16-pin charger or something like that. So these type of iPods and iPhones, I guess.
The iPhone 4?
Yep.
Let me see.
So you just connect that to the back of the radio, and then it should be good.
You can just buy that one attachment to make it into the new charger.
They sell that?
Yeah, well, they should.
I'll see if I can find something like that.
Or you can just find like the newer one.
Hey, look at that stereo. There's just a lot of sunlight, like you can't really see what it looks like with this on. Let me see if I can close this. So it's kind of like two-toned, I guess. So look at these guys comparing their tripods.
Hold on.
They say bigger is better.
Alright.
That's what they say, huh?
You gotta be professional, you know what I'm saying?
Lower to the...
Smallest one?
Yeah, it's because you gotta do them at the same time.
Okay.
Is it recording, Peter?
No, not yet. How far do you want the perspective to look, or
That's
what?
good, because then you're gonna zoom in over here when I'm connecting it. Wait, unplug the battery because it's plugged in.
Pay attention. Oh, stepbrother.
Dude, I left the battery plugged in. Good thing I didn't plug this in yet.
Why? You would have looked at yourself?
No,
What are you
but
doing here,
maybe
stepbro?
like one of the few.
Stop,
Look,
you can't
it's all
do
done. All done.
What was this one for?
It's a fuse, so the radio doesn't pop. Safety first.
How do I open the hood? Red and black, you can record your feel what he's about to do.
Okay, so Leo, show them your bike. So he painted his bike. He did all the work. He painted his bike red, and he put white primer. And I'm gonna show him how black and metallic red or translucent red looks way better with black primer. So you obviously have to let it dry, and then this in the sun will look really good. So we need to find something we can move to the sunlight that's black. You can do it on this look. Anyways, I'm gonna repaint this look. Put some on here. Let me see. And then I'll show you guys how black and metallic red looks really cool. Oh shit. Oh shoot. So I'm gonna put a couple coats and like let it dry. Do you see how it looks?
Wait, let me move.
So when you look up close, it kind of gives it like the glittery look. Do you guys see like it looks like black but it's metallic red?
Yep.
So that's why he should have used black primer. With the white, this red looks really red. Look.
Does it still sting?
Huh?
Does it still sting?
No.
This guy, he got bit.
Just tell me this can
No,
so I can do
stung,
both
stung
of
by a
them.
bee.
I'm a
It's a bot.
Look,
I'm a
I should do both of these red, huh?
Look at all my curtains.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck this pen was at. Damn, I have so many spray paints.
You should sell me one of those red ones to do both of these.
Try with
Because
this one.
this looks really good, I think.
Try with this one. Kid.
Like, it'll look good in the sunlight.
I think this one's actually gonna paint it red.
Yeah, this is actually gonna be
Or try
red.
it here.
Anyways, I'm gonna be sanding this down, but this is actually red. Let me move this stuff to the side a little bit. So this is actually
I
red.
should have painted it like that, huh?
Or what is this, orange?
I don't know.
It's red. That's the safety red, Leo. Imagine painting the entire car with that red.
Dang, it's
These are
like
just paint
really
samples
bright.
right here, paint samples
Yeah.
that we're using. Next time, I'm gonna roll some white on here just to see what it looks like before we decide the color.
Where? I have
On
white.
the fender, I mean the bumper, the
I
trunk.
haven't found the 10 millimeters. I found a 9 and an 8.
Yeah, but I think that red will look really nice. What do you guys think? Metallic red. Just give it
Looks
like a
black.
sand. Yeah, like
Give it another coat.
let's see.
Hey, these things almost out of battery, huh?
Damn, look how red that thing is.
Yeah, that's safety red.
Dude, imagine
You put
like
that
having
on.
your car like that.
Do
It
like
would
this?
pop out like so. Man,
I would like way
it would
too
stand out, huh?
I think it would like racing.
Oh no, I think I put too much this time. We'll just let it dry.
You're gonna get overspray in your bike.
And I can wet sand it after that, I guess. Huh? Tint this? Maybe. This is another project of mine right here. So it's a work in progress, but right now we're gonna focus on the 240. So I finally finished the harness and the battery is unplugged, is it?
Nope.
No.
I couldn't find the 10 millimeter, I'm telling
So
you.
right now we're gonna get the battery unplugged again, I guess.
You just want to borrow mine?
Damn, I don't wanna open my tools yet.
What about what is this?
Bring your tools, Alonso, on the spot.
Here's the 10 millimeter.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So it's because I want to do like a pretty thorough like review of it before I open it. And then when you're doing this, make sure that these two terminals don't come into contact. So it's good that this thing is like plastic. Because that would be bad and a lot of pieces would probably burn. You don't need to take this nut off all the way, just loosen it enough. But right now I'm gonna clean these terminals anyways because they're kind of dirty. So unplug the terminal and follow me over here. We're gonna be connecting the radio to see what it starts like and what it does. Okay, you can come to the other side.
He drained down my energy. You work tomorrow?
Okay, so I'm back with the keys and I'm gonna be connecting the harness now. We're not gonna be plugging in the antenna right now just because I don't have the adapter that goes there. So just plug it in. Oh, am I plugging it in right? Yep. So make sure that it clicks in. And then there. And then we're gonna put the ground back on. This ground that it had right here. this car had it here, so I'm gonna put the ground right back where it was. So now I need this, I believe. Which one is it? This one. Oh no. I need a better screwdriver to put this on. Hey, can you find me a Phillips screwdriver, Leo, somewhere, please? Yeah. Felipe. And then we're also going to be wiring the... Oh my god. I lost the screwdriver. And it's not even in coilovers yet. Oh no.
You're gonna lower it more?
I don't think so, because I don't want to be scraping everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to make this car a daily driver.
What, did you like think about painting it, like doing a metal trim job, or?
So I just want to make sure that the ground's on there. I guess that bolt won't work for there. It won't go in properly. Let me try to put... I'll probably find one that fits better in here. Maybe one of these ones. What do you think?
Well, you can only paint the fenders, the hood, and the truck, and the
Maybe this
like
one.
this, like, the roof.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It went inside the shifter. In the shifter boot. Can I get an RIP?
RIP in the comments.
Yeah, I just have to put this one on for right now. For the purpose of testing the stereo. Anyways, nothing is under that rubber boot.
Oh, shower,
Why isn't the ground getting squeezed in between? Or is it? Oh yeah, it is on there. It's on there.
I guess the oil change from like that.
Okay, so the ground's on. Now we are going to plug in, and I already did all the wiring right here. It looks a little bit messy, but I couldn't find my soldering iron. Okay, so this is the best shot that I could get. I accidentally forgot to start recording when I was doing the harness, but let me explain to you guys how I did it. Pretty much I just connected them by colors. They're all color coded, and then the wires also say which cable goes to which. So it was fairly simple. The only two cables that I wasn't able to connect was the amp cable and the mute cable, just because I don't have an amp yet, but I do plan to get one eventually. The new stereo also has the RCA female cable, so I could connect either like a subwoofer, speakers, video games, or whatever in the back of the stereo as well. Eventually I do plan to upgrade all that stuff once I get a bit more money, but in the meantime the stock speakers will do. It's missing the adapter right here, so I'm not gonna be able to connect this right here. The stereo did come with like an adapter, but it only has it for one prong, and this thing needs two. Okay, so carrying on, I'm gonna plug in the harness that I wired already, and the stereo is off at the moment, and the entire car. So obviously it's off because it doesn't have power, but pretty much just tuck that in there. Everything's taped up and connected properly. So right now we're just looking at this, and it went in. So we're going to put the two bolts back on. But before we even put the 2 bolts on, I want to make sure that it'll start. So I'm just gonna get this lined up. Okay, and then just one more bolt. Okay, now that that's secure under, we might end up switching the radio to down here, but at the moment we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go connect the battery right now and we'll see. Okay, so far it's good. It hasn't caught on fire. That's a good sign. Let's see. I'm gonna take out the remote and see what's up with this stereo. And then right now, we'll test everything, including the DVD player. So I'm gonna take out the remote out of the little bag that it comes in. Okay, let's see. So it's on apparently, but it's on the radio mode. And obviously it's not gonna pick up anything because the antenna's not connected. So let's figure this out. So to get the screen, I'm not really sure how you do it, but okay, so I guess that's how you pop up the screen. Whoa, that looks really good right there. And then I believe you adjust the angle with this, look. Oh, I think it, okay. For a second I thought this was like something that was broken in it, but it looks like it's a planet Earth. Like zoom into it, it's just like a graphic, so I don't think it's actually broken. Okay, so I think this radio looks pretty cool. These are some of the safe stations on it, and like I said, you can adjust the angle, so if it's like on your way, you can move the radio as well. So there is some ways to adjust it. Okay, so right now you guys can hear the static. There's no channels available because we don't have an antenna, but the radio seems to work. I'm still not too familiar on how to use it. So this is the one of the ways that you can bring the screen in and out. And then that's for the camera, I guess. With this button you can change the modes. So tuner, camera, accent, and that's how you bring the camera out. Okay, so it's telling me that there's no video signal because I don't have a reverse camera. Look, let me see, zoom in a little bit more. This is what it looks like from this far. I'll show you guys what it looks like right now connected. I'm going to be taking this off because this might be on the way. Right now I'm just gonna show you guys how it works. So everything looks like I plugged it in correctly because it hasn't caught on fire and everything's still working. So this is how you pop the screen out again, and we're gonna test out a DVD right now and see what it does. So I really like the quality of it. It looks pretty good. And then it literally just swallowed the CD, so it worked so smoothly and so perfectly. It's loading the disc now. We'll see. And then you can adjust the angle, like I said. Oh, so I have to put it, I have to wire the parking. I can't see it because it's supposed to be in park. The car has to be in park.
Put it in park then.
But I didn't wire that because I don't know where to connect it to.
Oh. So now what?
Wait, now take it out and put it
Look,
back in because I didn't get that part. Wait, so to watch a movie it has to be on park?
Yeah, but I'm gonna wire so I don't have to have it on park.
Yeah, wire it on drive.
Yeah.
Then you can't watch it while you're on park or what?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I need to figure out
Wait,
how to bypass
Take
that.
it out and put it back in because I didn't get that part.
Oh. The CD?
Yeah, the CD.
Okay.
What if you try wiring the wire to itself? Actually, that's pretty dumb. I don't think it would do anything.
No. But We'll find out right now. I really like how the stereo looks and like the quality of it. So that goes in really smoothly and everything. And then you can listen to it, I guess, while it's closed, if you don't want to watch the video. I still need to learn how to use it, but so far this is what we got. And then right now I'm gonna test the plastic back on this thing to see if it'll be on the way. I think this thing might not cut it.
It's not in the way.
It's because I don't want it to get messed up, because it might strip the motors. Maybe like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it won't be on the way, but we'll see right now. I hope not. Now you just have to clip these in. Hold on. Some of these might be crooked, that's why. So all these need to, there's one missing. Right here. All these have to go straight. Whoa. Let's see, I think the one from here is not going in properly. Let me see what's in the way. Hold on. There you go. I think that should. There, I think that's how it goes. It looks a little bit lifted. But let's see if it'll be on the way. Oh, I think it might be. Oh, I think I might have to chop a little bit off of that thing. And then it's also touchscreen. Alright, so that's it. That's the radio and stuff.
What's your outro?
Stay tuned to see how I wired the reverse cable, because I still need to fix that. And the next step after installing this is to try to fix the car antenna as well. We're gonna be getting a cover for this thing soon, or working with it to try to fix all the cracks. Also, we're gonna continue outside of the car working on the paint. So hopefully by tomorrow I'll have the primer, and I'll get to putting the paint stripper on there and continue the project. I'm hoping to get it done as soon as possible. I'm pretty satisfied with the radio. I just wish that I could have put this trim that goes with it on, because it just doesn't fit. But there's a gap right here. I might be able to cut this and just like put it on there or something, because I think it will look so much better with the trim right here. Do you guys see this big gap? Yes. So I think that's it for today. I guess I could continue doing this, but I'll have to edit that in. Okay, I think that's it.
Tune in next time.
Sorry.
Like and subscribe, guys. You just gotta be like, see you next time.
Okay. So I just want to thank everybody that made this video possible. I want to thank my brother Peter and my brother Leo and my brother from another mother, Alonso. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and see you guys on the next one.